In today's video, I'll be showing you how to remove the background or make the background transparent on a picture, photo or image within Paint 3D on your Windows computer. So if you don't have Paint 3D installed on your computer yet, don't panic, I have popped a link in the description below to a video that I've done on how you can install it. So once you have Paint 3D open, the first thing that you need to do is open up the image that you want to remove the background from if you haven't done so already. So you can do this by clicking on menu, and once open, you then need to click on open and then browse files. You now need to find the photo or image that you'd like to import into Paint 3D. So as you can see, I've got an image here, and this is the one that I want to use. So once you selected the image, go ahead and click on open. So as you can see, that's a picture of myself in a bit of snowy weather. So I actually want to remove the snow background from there, so it's just a picture of myself. So to do this, you now need to select the magic select tool on the left hand side here in the ribbon. You now need to drag this down to the area that you want to remove from the photo. So I want all this gone, which means I need to drag this down until it's just above my head there. And as you can see on the right hand side, the left hand side and the bottom, I cannot actually drag that over because I'd then end up missing some of my body there. So I need to leave that as it is. So once you have selected as much of the area as you can, we can now click on next on the right hand side here. So this is now going to focus on what Paint 3D believes you want to keep and what you want to remove. And as you can see, it's actually done a really good job. So the blue line indicates what you want to keep, and then anything outside of it is what basically you want to remove. So you might have noticed there on my SIP, it's actually going to remove this part here, and also here, which I don't want. I want to include my SIP on my photo. So to sort this out, on the right hand side you are going to see two options, add and remove. So the add tool is what we want to add back onto the image. The remove is what we want to remove. So say if it has forgotten to add something to add to the remove, if that makes sense, we would select remove and then select the area, and then we would then have that removed from the image. But in this case, I want to click on add, and I now want to zoom in and just simply hold down the left click button on my mouse and then just drag it down so it does align. It's then going to select and remove that from it being removed from the image. And I then need to do the same again here. Just simply drag down and it's now done that. So if I select remove, I'll show you quickly. If I was then to select this bit, you can see it's now added that, and that would then be cut out, made transparent on the image, which I don't want. So I'm just going to add that back in. And that's actually being a little bit more of a nightmare, as you can see this time round, but luckily we can zoom in with the wheel on the mouse, and I'm slowly getting there, and that's not working for some reason. So what I'm going to do is go Control and Z. I'm going to have to do that a few times now, but luckily we can undo what we've done. So there we go. So the next thing that you need to do is untick autofill background. Once you've done that, we can now click on the done button. So you can now see that my image has kind of popped out from the background. And if I was to zoom out a bit, I can actually remove myself from the image, as you can see. So that has now made the background transparent and removed the image. So if I was then to select canvas at the top, and if I then untick show canvas, you can now see that we have a transparent background for my photo. So the next thing that you then need to do is just save the image, which we can do by clicking on menu in the top left hand corner and then going to save as, and you then need to click onto image. Next you need to change the save as type from JPEG to PNG, and as you can see the background is still removed. Next you need to click on save. Next you need to ensure transparency is ticked, and you then need to go save. You can now choose where you'd like to save the image, so I'm just going to call this me and save it in my pictures folder. If I now open up my pictures folder, you can see the me, and if I open that up, you can see that there's no background on the image. So something else that I want to quickly show you, which is very cool as well with this, is if I go back to menu and go open browse files, and don't save changes, if I then open up my image again, if I now quickly go back to the magic select tool and then drag this down so it focuses on myself again and then go next, and you can see it selected me. If I then just quickly add these two bits back in on my sip, but this time if I keep autofill background ticked and then press done, you will now notice if I drag myself over that it's kind of kept the background, which I think is pretty smart. So then I could make myself slightly smaller and put myself up there. Although it's got a slight outline there which you could obviously play around with and slowly remove, I just wanted to show you what happens if you keep the autofill background option ticked. So that does now bring me to the end of this video. I hope this video helped you out and you enjoyed it. If you did like the video, click the like button below, and if you'd like to see more computer sluggish videos, then click that subscribe button. If you do subscribe, then I will see you in the next video.